Brought to you by Penguin.
The Edge Chronicles, The Curse of the Gloamglozer, by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. Read by Alex Jennings.
Far, far away, jutting out into the emptiness beyond, like the figurehead of a mighty stone ship, is the Edge. Shrouded in mist and bordered by open sky, it is a place of forests, swamps, and rocklands. There are many who inhabit its various landscapes, from the trolls, trogs, and goblins of the perilous deep woods to the phantasms of the treacherous twilight woods. Not all the inhabitants of the Edge live with their feet on the ground. Some, the citizens of the great floating city of Sanctaphrax, live with their heads, literally, in the clouds. Secured by the great anchor chain to the urban sprawl of Undertown below, the rock upon which Sanctaphrax has been constructed is still growing. Like other buoyant rocks of the Edge, it started out in the stone gardens, pushed up further by new rocks growing beneath, until it became large and light enough to float up into the sky, and a chain was attached. Over the years, successive generations have built more and more impressive buildings upon it. The once splendid great library and palace of lights are now dwarfed by the College of Cloud, the palatial school of light and darkness, the twin towers of the mist sifters, and the magnificent Loftus Observatory. Overseeing it all is the Most High Academe, an individual chosen by the Sanctaphrax academics for his intellect and independence. In the past, this post was filled by one of the Earth Study librarians. Today, with the Sky Scholars in control of Sanctaphrax, it is from their ranks that the current Most High Academe has been selected. His name is Linnaeus Palatax. He is a father and a widower. In his enthronement speech, he spoke of the need for the Sky Scholars to work with the ousted Earth Scholars. What he is to discover is that when the earth and sky come together for the wrong reasons, then there is no room for the greater good, but only for the greatest evil. The deep woods, the edgelands, the twilight woods, the mire and the stone gardens, Undertown and Sanctaphrax, the river Edgewater. Behind each name lie 1,000 tales that have been recorded in ancient scrolls and passed down the generations by word of mouth. What follows is but one of those tales. The great vaulted entrance hall to the Palace of Shadows was silent, save for the echoing footfall of the immense insect-like creature that teetered across the marble floor. The spindlebug paused for a moment at the foot of the staircase and looked up. The skin, as translucent as the high-arched windows above, revealed blood pumping through veins and 6 hearts beating. The light glinted on the goblet and oval-shaped bottle of cordial which stood on the copper tray clutched in the creature's claws. The spindlebug was listening intently. His antennae quivered, picking up the inconsequential chatter of the old wood-troll nurse, the soft humming of a girl, the young mistress, and there, from the master study, a dry cough. He stopped at the first landing, breathlessly. 180 years had passed since he had first hatched out in the underground gardens of a guile-goblin colony far away in the deep woods. The slavers had come. They'd destroyed the precious fungus beds and enslaved the spindlebugs who tended them. But not Tweezle. He had hidden himself in the shadows. Then he had fled into the deep woods. Tweezle reached the second landing, the place where he'd first laid eyes on the new master, Linnaeus Palatax, the youngest Most High Academe anyone could remember, and his young wife. She had been standing by the entrance to the robe chamber, Tweezle remembered, laughing at her husband's ill-fitting new robes and the great seal of high office round his neck. Big with child, she had seemed out of place in the dusty palace. Soon after had come that terrible night.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?